actually, I think. If I'm doing self-awareness, then I understand that I'm limited off the tee and have to be very selective about when I try to use my driver.
Mhm.
If I'm doing self-acceptance, then that means I'm embracing that I'm in a learning journey instead of getting frustrated or shaming myself or being embarrassed or whatever because it, ricochets off someone's roof
Mhm.
or something like that. A good example. The other thing I would say about go ahead, please.
Well, I think it's kind of what are we not, if we're gonna stay on the golf metaphor, and sorry if it's too much, but it's the difference of closing your eyes and swinging as hard as you can, or being intentional and knowing your limits and playing your best shot.
Yeah. Well, and I think even more that's a great way to put it. It's play within yourself.
Mhm.
Don't attempt shots that you don't have. Don't try things on the golf course that you haven't practiced and worked out on the golf range, on the driving range or the putting green or chipping, whatever. Play within yourself. In other words, knowing your limitations is a source of empowerment.
Mm.
But the problem is people look at what they perceive their limitations to be and use that as something to criticize themselves or shame themselves for.
Mm.
I should be able to do this. I ought to be able to do this. So because that's true, I think I'm
Mm.
going to go ahead and do it.
Mm.
And now you're playing outside of yourself. You don't understand that you have limitations. And that's where I think we see ego driven behavior. There's nothing more ego in golf than drive for show, putt for dough, right? Everybody wants to get on the
Mm.
tee box, get the big, loaded, souped up driver and hit the thing a million miles down
Mm.
it's all ego and it's ignorance of or really protest behavior on real limitations. But the person who's embarrassed or afraid to acknowledge limitations is the person who doesn't understand themselves, the person who is living an unexamined life.